Yo, what up, this is your boy King Series, straight from Busy Home Beat, and in today's video I'm going to talk to you about how to build your own home studio right from the scratch if you are on a budget. So if you want to build up your own home studio and you're on a budget, what you actually have to ask yourself is are you building the home studio as a producer, or you are building the home studio as a sound engineer? So the difference between this producer and the sound engineer is that the producer is the one who makes the sounds or create the sounds, and the sound engineer is the one who edits the sound or mixes the sound. You get it? Yes. So if you're a producer and you want to make your own home studio, then the amount of money you are going to spend will be lesser than the amount of money you spend as what a sound engineer if you are starting out. Why am I saying that? So if you're a producer and you're trying to make your own home studio, these are the basic things that you actually have to go in for. Yes. So first of all, a computer. You're in the digital world, so get yourself a computer, whether MacBook or Windows computer. You are good to go, whether laptop or desktop, whichever way it is, whichever way you can actually afford, which one that you can actually use, then go in for that one and just operate with that one. So first of all, computer. And the next one is something that can actually give you a feedback. So if you are putting sounds together, you need to get a feedback, right? So you need not to be necessarily being a studio speaker or anything. You can just start up with your own speaker that you have in your house, or whichever speaker that you're actually using. You just have to make sure you're getting a feedback of the sound you're putting together. You get it? Just get a feedback of it. So it can be a headset or a speaker. Yes, just go in for that one and make sure you're starting up with that one. Don't worry yourself with these studio monitors. I'll tell you the reason why when we get to the sound engineering part. So just get yourself any speaker that can actually give you a feedback of your sound that you're actually putting together. Then the next one is the MIDI keyboard. So I always tell my people that as a producer, getting yourself MIDI keyboard is actually right and great, because there are certain ideas that comes in mind that you want to put in your sound, that if you don't have this MIDI keyboard, you try to draw these things on your computer, the digital audio workstation you are working on, then the sound doesn't actually look like a human way. We have certain ways to humanize your sound in the digital audio workstation, but trust me, if you are using the keyboard, you are playing it yourself, it makes it real. So somebody will ask, do I need to learn how to play keyboard before I can become a producer? No, you need not to just go in learning keyboard, but you have to understand certain things about music theory. You get it? The basic ones, your chord progression, your chords and everything, so that you can actually put beautiful sound together and make it sound great. Yes. So first of all, your computer. Second of all, a feedback, something that will give you a feedback. That's your speaker, whether headphones or just normal speaker, or if you can afford the studio monitors, fine, but if you can't, just use your normal speaker. The next thing is your MIDI keyboard for certain melodies and everything to be created nicely in a way. Then the last one is your digital audio workstation, your DAW, the one that you're actually going to use in creating your beats. So get your DAW. We have a whole lot on the market. We have FL Studio, we have Cubase, we have Pro Tools, we have Logic, Ableton, a whole lot. That the one that you think you're okay with, just go in for it and start working with it. So these are the things that you can actually go in for if you are starting to build up your own home studio and you are on a budget. Just go in for this. Then later on, if you have money, then you invest big in certain things that you want to. You get it? Trust me, you learn much more if you start with this rather than trying to go for everything right from the scratch, which doesn't work that way. So if you are trying to be an engineer, edit your audios and everything, mixing and mastering, then you are going to spend more than spending in the production side, because for the mixing, first of all, you get your computer as usual, then you get your DAW, digital audio workstation. That's what you are actually going to use it to work as a software. Then studio speakers. For the speakers, for this side, you actually have to get studio speakers, because the sound that you're actually going to work on, you have to get the flat sound. If I say the flat sound, the original sound, you get it? You have to get the original sound and make sure that the feedback you are getting is the right feedback. It shouldn't be any kind of sound that it shouldn't be any kind of speaker which is actually going to disturb you. So get the studio monitors which is actually going to give you the right sound, then you actually use it in mixing and mastering your song. So it's either you get yourself right speakers, or if you don't have the money to buy the speaker, get yourself a headphone. We have headphones which is actually used for mixing and mastering, yes, for engineering purposes. So get yourself those kind of headphones. If you can't afford certain speakers, yes, we have 991 on the market, which is affordable. Try yourself as much as possible to get those ones. If you are building the home studio for engineering purposes, then get that. And for you to be able to connect your speaker or your headset to your computer, you need one thing that you actually have to make sure you get it. So that's the sound card or audio interface. So this sound card, we have a whole lot on the market. The one that you think you can actually afford, go for it and buy it. So as a sound engineer, because if you don't use the sound card, there's no you'll be able to connect your speaker, your studio monitors to your computer. We don't have any portion which is meant on the laptop that you are using, or the computer that you're using, that you can actually connect your studio monitors to it. So you have to get yourself sound card, which you can some people also use mixers, which is also great. If you want to use that one, to fine, but I recommend you go in for the sound card rather than the mixer. Yes, so the sound card, for you to be able to connect your speaker or your studio monitors or your headset to your computer, so that you can actually get this flash sound that you want in your mixing and mastering stage. You get it? So after that, some people will ask, what about microphone? Microphone comes in if you are an artist and you are trying to build your home studio as a producer, whereby you actually produce your own beat and also record yourself. Then you send it to an engineer, a mixing engineer, for him or her to mix it for you. Then you need the microphone right from the scratch. But if you are just trying to be a producer and produce people, then meaning you need not to worry about the microphone. But for sound engineer too, if you are trying to, get some people can come to your studio, bring their own beat and try to record, and you make a master it for them. Then you need a microphone. So the microphone works in both sides. Yes, whichever way it is, it's just an optional. So if you are trying to make sure that you have your own home studio, you record yourself and also mix a master yourself, then you have to get yourself your computer, your microphone and microphone stand, and a pop filter too as well, to prevent certain plosive sounds and explosive sounds, and studio monitors, studio headset, not necessarily studio headset, but a MIDI keyboard and all those things, just to put certain to, as I explained to you earlier on. Whichever way it is, if you are just a producer, you go for the production side, as I said, on a budget. If you want to be an engineer, you go for the engineer. But if you are recording an artist, then definitely you need a microphone. So that's what I just want to share with you guys. So whichever question you want and you want to ask, and I'll just get back to you. This is your boy Kinsey, straight from Busy Home Beat, and I'm out.